Good morning.
Good morning, all. Good morning, Brenda. You're muted, Brenda. Can't hear you. Unmute yourself. There you are.
Good morning. How are you?
Angel.
I guess we're the only faces on today.
We're the only what?
Faces.
I guess. Everybody else is too shy. Come on, Lynn, Matt, Lewis, Jonathan, Corey, Angel. Unveil yourself.
Good morning.
I can do it this morning. Anybody can do it this early. There's Corey.
Good morning.
We have a staff meeting every morning at 8:40. And before all this happened and the whole staff went to virtual or to remote, I always got up at 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. Sat down and start working at 8:30. Now that I have to, I'm having a heck of a time doing it. I make it every morning by 8:40, but it's really funny how your psyche works. Hey, Jim. You're muted too. You're still muted. You're still muted. I guess he's staying muted.
Okay, how about now?
Now you're good.
Good morning.
Hey, Brenda, you never called me back last week after you were painting the outside of the house. Did you get your problem taken care of?
No, I just ran into other things. We do
Call me
need
when
to
you-
schedule a time because I have another one under contract, both of which are not closing till the end of May, but I do need to get everything in.
Okay, well, when you need the help, just give me a call. There's Miss
Okay.
Dana. At least her face is there. Up, up, she moved.
She went to get coffee.
Yeah, we have to follow her tile around the screen. Michael went to get coffee too.
Good morning, Kelly.
Oh, it wasn't Dana, it was Kelly coming in incognito.
Ah,
Good morning, Kelly.
Morning. Oh man, I'm still Dana. Dang. Let me sign back out and try this again.
You what?
I'm still Dana.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I use her stuff to make the meetings, so sometimes it finds me and it's her. So let me do that again.
Okie dokie.
anyone want to see the puppy while we're waiting?
Sure. We're always good for seeing puppies.
Yeah, puppies are fun, except for when they don't sleep during the night.
It's like having a newborn baby. I'll never do a puppy again. I'll get them when they're about 4. It's a good age.
Okay. Okay. He's trying to decide whose shoe he's chewing this morning.
Labradoodle?
Yes.
Cute, cute, cute.
Oh, he is. He is fun.
How old is he?
9 weeks. Sharp.
So he's the standard poodle.
No, he's a golden doodle.
Yeah, but it must have been a standard because he's going to be big.
I think he's going to be a little bigger than we thought. Yeah, he looks bigger actually on the screen or when you take pictures of him than he is. But
Cute, red.
yeah, he's lightened up a little bit too. We've only had him for 2 weeks, but all right, we're going to go.
I've got friends that have 2 of them, and boy, they have their hands full. They're a little bit older than that now, but
Yeah.
Hey, Sam. You're muted, Sam.
Sorry, I was just saying, oh, hi, baby. So it was all good.
Yeah, at our morning meetings, we sometimes show off our pets. Do you not have a pet, Sam? We've never seen yours.
Oh, you've just missed it. I have 2 wiener dogs and a cat. But sometimes I have to close the door because I'm so loud and then they don't like to be in. Only the cat likes to be trapped in here with me. So,
Well, that's a good thing.
yes. Jennifer, are you up in Georgia, did I see?
I'm gonna be right now. I'm at my friend's beach condo. I'm gonna show you this view. It doesn't suck. Can you guys see that? Oh, it's so bright.
I can see white, but
Yeah,
it's certainly not what my outside looks like.
yeah, it's super bright.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Can we get it? Can I get the focus?
Yeah, what beach are you at? Go down a little lower. Go a little lower down. There you go.
There you go.
I can see.
okay, stay there.
Live that life. Just yeah. So we
That's right.
buddy of mine, I was like, hey, I figured that your beach condo is not rented out right now on Madeira Beach. And he's like, it's not. I was like, can I rent it? So he's like, yeah, absolutely. So we came out here and
Did you get a discount?
no, but I mean, he's struggling just the same way as all of us are. So I was like, just charge me whatever you would normally charge and we'll pay that. So he's lost a tremendous amount. This is peak season and it's
Yeah.
completely vacant right now. So
Yeah.
Is the beach open, Jen?
it was when I got in the water yesterday. It was open for me.
Is that part considered the private area? Because I know there's a lot of private areas that are open and people can walk along, they can get in the water.
Yeah. So Madeira is, so if you can't see it, but there's a lot of people walking up and along there, but there's police officers that drive up and down all day long to make sure that there's not, people just sitting there that shouldn't be sitting there. Yeah, exactly. Congregating. So, but yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It's a nice little getaway. But yeah, we've already booked our cabin up in Georgia on Friday. Cause I mean, do you see these nails? Do you see this hair? I mean, the struggle is real, people. Okay.
Well, you're gonna look great.
Thank you, beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As long as you, yeah.
I don't know whether anybody remembers Tanis Ludka. She was an agent in
Yes.
our office. You remember her, Jennifer?
Yeah.
She and her husband 5 years ago moved to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and they live in this enormous, gorgeous house on the side of a mountain. And they rent it out as a vacation home in the summertime. And they have a float home on the lake that the house overlooks. So they go to this houseboat that's moored all the time and live in the summertime while their house is being rented out. I asked her the other night when I was talking to her how the rentals were going for the summer. She said they'd already had Mother's Day weekend cancel on them.
Oh no.
So they don't know how much this is going to lock people down, because he makes as much in a year of renting out their house as she does in real estate
Right.
here. And she's a mostly new home rep. So anyway, so
It's a
it'll be
shame.
interesting to see whether everybody cops out and cancels. Her view is absolutely gorgeous of the lake and the mountainside. And I'm muting out for a minute, folks. Phone's ringing.
What else? How's everybody doing? Good. Hey, Jen.
Hey, Destiny.
Morning.
Morning. I hope this ends soon. I'm tired of this business
I'm
Need to
hopeful.
be-
We have a
in an office.
Republican governor in Tennessee and South Carolina and Georgia open, so I'm hopeful that we'll be on that list.
Yeah, soon. Well, safely on the list, because unfortunately, not everybody will be thinking twice about being in big groups. They'll just go and do it.
Yeah,
Maybe,
no, I mean, if
yeah.
it's not safe for you to be out, then if you've got a compromised immune system, then you should absolutely stay home and quarantine yourself. I think the rest of us that do have a healthy immune system should be able to get back out there and operate as usual.
Mm-hmm. For
Destiny,
sure.
you're not saying you're sick, are you? I missed that.
No,
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm
Okay,
just
good.
tired of being stuck in a concrete box.
Trapped.
Yeah. Hi, Karen.
Hi. Who said that? Destiny?
Me.
Hi.
Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Hey, congratulations on your daughter being salutatorian. I know that's a big deal. Hopefully she'll get to do it in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, our daughters graduated last year, so and they were co-salutatorians. So I mean, that was like a big deal. So I totally
Aw.
understand exactly how, well, I
Yeah.
don't understand exactly because it didn't happen to me, but I can imagine how
Her
hard
best
that is.
friend is valedictorian, and they were almost co-valedictorians. It was like
Yeah, that's
a
crazy.
0.005 or something like that
Yeah.
away from each other, and it's crazy. They
My
were-
daughters, they vied for first and valedictorian and salutatorian their entire high school careers. And then the summer before the senior year, one boy took like 9 online classes to up his GPA. And so when they went
So
back in the fall
ridiculous.
and saw the numbers, they couldn't do anything about it. So
That's so ridiculous.
yeah, but it's okay. It all worked out great for them. I mean, they got great scholarships, and of course they're living out of our house now, but they'll go back eventually.
They're saving up money.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were on campus, so they did get a refund, unlike other kids that have apartments. So they got almost $1,000 back for that each. And, they're not spending $125 a week on expenses. So I figure they're going to make a couple $1,000s out of this and save it. So that'll be good.
Are they working, Sam?
They are referees for intramural sports. So they do work for the college. They've been able to get them like 5 hours a week. They used to work at Marco's Pizza, and they worked there when they would come back here and visit in sorts, but we're not allowing that because we don't want them bringing it to the house. So,
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Jen Martinez, are you naked?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a onesie, a little jumper. I told you I'm at the beach right now. I'm just wearing a little jumper.
Teresa
I
did that
had to
yesterday. There needs to be a Zoom rule. You have to have straps.
Yeah, I'm just.
like,
I'll explain this
I
way.
think
So
Jen-
my little romper here. My romper game is strong during this quarantine. Okay.
Okay, apparently, Jim, all lenders are
Got you,
going
girl.
topless today. Start stripping.
Let's go. Let's go, Jim.
Oh my gosh. Did you see that newscaster? There was, I guess it was shared on Facebook or something like that. A newscaster was broadcasting from her home in her bedroom. And she didn't realize that her husband was, the bathroom door was open and he was in the shower and you could see him.
That's fun.
Ah.
When this all started, some chick took a phone to the bathroom with her and went to the bathroom, forgetting that everybody could see her.
Yeah, because she didn't turn her camera off. So she picked up her laptop and set it on the ground. So everyone got a full view
She should have
Oh,
just
wow.
of
embraced
the
it.
royal throne.
She
Oh,
should have
yeah.
just embraced it. Just say, hello, I'm sorry.
This is how life is these days, guys.
Yeah. Up close and personal.
At a distance, though.
This picture makes this chair behind me look like it's got a black edge.
Hi,
Oh, yeah,
Kate.
you're filthy, Karen.
I know. And you know what it is? It's a picture that is on a blanket, on a throw of my grandchildren. So that's my granddaughter's dark hair right there. And this is her forehead. So the way I folded it.
Well, before everybody gets on, you can move it over to the side and
Yeah, well, I'm not that worried about it and I could care less. If
You should
anybody
put
has
an
to have a dirty
eyeball
chair,
off to the
that's their
side.
problem, not mine.
there you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn, long
Eyeball.
time no talk to.
Hi, Lynn.
I'm gonna be brave.
Good.
So your face, so your house is cute.
You want to see
Proud
face?
of you.
I was explaining to everybody, Kelly and Destiny and Sam, that we do this every morning at 8:40.
Mhm.
So we're all very used to it by now.
And 3 o'clock?
And 3 o'clock in the
3
afternoon.
o'clock.
And
Yeah.
Dana was on there sick as a dog last week. She was on there still coming to the meeting. She was horribly sick. And she was still there. God bless her. She's much better now, thank God. Or was yesterday. So
Sorry, that's why I shouldn't come here.
I put Max's bark collar on him after he had his breakfast this morning. He barks once and he gets a beep, and he barks twice and he gets 2 beeps. He barks a third time and he gets a very long beep and then a vibration like on your phone. I didn't want to do a shock collar, but it vibrates, and boy, it shuts him up. And he doesn't bark, and he's got a huge bark.
You should just
It
try
shuts him
SOS
up.
and see if he just takes the hint.
What, Kelly?
I said she should just try SOS and just see if he takes the hint. SOS Morse code with the
I don't know what
vibration.
that is.
Wait, SOS? Say
Well, I
by
know what SOS is, but how do you do SOS with your dog?
on the shock collar.
I don't have control of it over it. It's
Oh,
automatic.
okay.
It's automatic. It's
I thought you had.
He
a
doesn't go
button.
beep, beep, beep,
and
beep.
and what's funny is we've got one for my granddaughter's dog, and she'll be running around the pool and she'll bark, and I can't see her. I hear her bark and then I hear the beep, and I think, I wonder what the neighbors think when they hear this bark and then they hear beeps, you know?
Oh.
But it shuts them up. Without
Well, there's
very long-
Natalie's beautiful face. Hello, Natalie.
You're
Oh,
muted.
you're on mute, but yes, good morning.
Good morning.
There you are. How's everybody with the family?
Everybody's good. Everybody's good. You know, we're all missing touching each other and hugging and loving. We're kind of distant, but we snuck a few hugs in there, here and there. It's hard. Family's everything.
Oh, I know. My son who works at that, he's the general manager for the Twisty Treat in Riverview. So he lives over here. And actually, my mom just made him 65 masks yesterday with the help of one of my daughters, because they're finally allowed to wear masks there. But he came over on Easter for an Easter basket. I left it in the driveway. And then I stood on the porch. He stood in the street. And we just talked back and forth. Because he's had a lot of people exposure. So I'm like, dude, you are
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yes,
know?
those are the people you want to stay away from as much as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he sees people all day long. Somebody went through his, if it's one of you guys, then hopefully you'll learn. Somebody went through his ice cream like drive through and went to pay him. And first she like licked her fingers, like,
Oh,
and then reached and got the money to hand him. He's like, you know what? Twisty Treat is on us today. It's just a thank you for being a customer. He's like, I'm not touching that money.
no. I can't even imagine people who have to touch money every day. And you know, I've used credit card for everything when I've been out just because I can control that myself.
I hand it to
I've not
people in a Clorox wipe, and then I have them hand it back to me in a Clorox wipe.
That's
exactly.
what
Yeah.
I do, Sam. That's exactly what I do.
If they want me to sign something, I'm like, oh, here's your tip. Write that on there, and you sign that for me. We're good.
Yeah.
Not touch it.
I took
Yeah.
Max to the vet the other day, and I don't know whether anybody else uses Fishhawk Veterinary Center at Fishhawk. And Dr. Katie, I've known her for years, and she's the head vet there. She's outside because they're not taking any people inside. They come out and get the animals and take them back in.
Yeah.
My granddaughter works there, and so Dr. Katie saw me sitting in my car, and she comes over and she has a mask on, and she says, "Can I take my mask off?" And I said, "Of course." And she says, "Can I give you a hug?" And I said, "Of course." You know, I mean, hopefully my immune system, and I know her, so we did it. We hugged.
Yeah.
And my granddaughter has, her boyfriend comes in and out, but he's tested every week. So hopefully, because of his job, he gets a test every week. So hopefully.
What does he do, Karen?
He's a state trooper.
Oh, I knew that. Okay,
Oh.
sorry, I forgot.
That's right. He
And I shouldn't have said boyfriend because neither of them are admitting it's that way, but they spend every minute that they're off work together. So who knows? But anyway, at least he's tested every week. So we feel a little bit better about that.
Mhm.
Until he comes up positive, then we won't feel better about it.
No, then you're real worried.
Good morning, Stephanie.
Wow. Taylor, you look so much like your mother. I mean, really, you guys are a spitting image of each other.
That's awesome. My kid's in here for her Zoom meeting. She's got more meetings than I do. So, yeah.
Stay logged in. Hello, Stephanie.
Good morning. How are you guys?
good. How are you?
Good. Everybody staying busy, doing something productive?
Well, my dashboard says everybody's productive. So something's going on. I don't know who's coming up with it. I think this morning there are fewer on my dashboard this morning than there have been overnight. And I was caught up yesterday since this whole thing started. So
That's good. Step in the right
somebody's
direction
doing
for you.
business.
Hopefully you're not getting too mad at us with the whole command thing.
No, because I'm going through the same thing you're going through.
Awesome.
All
Awesome.
the
I
way
cringe
around.
every time I submit something. I cringe. But
Well, I'm mentioning one thing, and it's probably because of your files I looked at late yesterday that I'm mentioning it today, but it's something everybody is doing. So
shoot.
anything that I say, believe me, it's because everybody has the same problem, and it's totally understandable. So
Gotcha.
you know
Okay.
who the rock stars are Kelly and Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
They know that
You
system.
know that.
They know that system better than anybody, I think. Don't you agree?
Whoa.
Just
Don't have
awesome.
something up at one.
That's right. So all questions, Kelly and Destiny are on the line.
Whoa.
Ellie's going to be like, I can't hear anything. What's going
Oh,
on?
my service. Ooh, try that.
Stop. Yes. Damn that Verizon.
We had a very strange one last night, that we cannot find the file.
Oh, wow.
And finally, I was on the phone with the agent, and finally, Dana's the one that sent me the email about it. Finally, I just gave up and, asked her if it had passed everywhere. And then I guided her to where to look for her DA, and it was there. But Dana couldn't find that file. I can't find that file. We've looked every way that we know how to find it. So
Wow.
that's the first thing I'm delving into after we get off this call is what happened to that file? 'Cause you can't delete anything. It's the same as the old way, right, Dana?
Hey, I'm just happy you couldn't find it either, because I was like, how am I supposed to be the team leader and I can't find a file? But
luckily it cleared in .loop. So her DA was there. No, it cleared yesterday morning. So I saw it yesterday morning. And Sherry did her DA yesterday morning. So luckily it was there for her, but boy, we can't find it.
I can't figure this light out.
Welcome to the screen, Dusty and Kylene, our newest
Birthday
visuals.
girl.
Hello,
Yes,
and
Kylene,
Dana.
happy birthday.
Yes, happy 40th birthday, I believe.
40 and fine.
Is a
Let's get
big one,
it.
people.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. Thank you, Karen.
My brother told me the 40s are the new 30s, and your husband wrote the cutest little post.
Oh. He does love me some days. I think I've worn him down enough over the years.
Well, 40 was my best year, so hang on, girl. It
That's
gets
what
better
everyone
from
tells
here.
me. Well, good. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm going for.
You know what we need to figure out is how to be smart and confident as we are in our 40s, but look like we did in our 20s.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need, Dina. I'm with you.
Of course, that's coming from Dana, who looks like she's 18.
And Stephanie, who looks like she's like in her 20s. So yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. I put my face on just for you this morning, Kylene.
Thank you for that, Steph.
And you can all just shut up. I'm hitting 70 in June and I'm hating it. First time I've ever had a birthday bother me. I've never had a birthday.
Karen, you know, these guys whining about being in their 40s really is kind of weird.
I know. Thank you, Natalie. I agree. You know, and then you see Karen Blumster out there still selling like crazy, and she's older than I am.
Telling Karen's age out? We're gonna tell
No,
her.
I just said she was older than I was. I didn't say. She'll tell you if you ask her.
Welcome, Garth, and the what's that called? The silhouette of Lisa Rhodes.
She's looking very mysterious.
Lisa, you look like you're in the witness protection program.
I know, right?
On 2020. Do you have your voice muddled
Which is
too?
a
That's
voiceover.
awesome.
Oh, you know what? I think my speaker was covered. Oh, anyway. Yeah,
No,
I like, you don't even know I did my hair and face and everything today.
Well, you're in a silhouette, so if maybe you draw the blinds or something, you might.
Or just turn around.
So,
Yeah.
so I live in a fishbowl. We have very few blinds, and actually it's just shears. And unfortunately, my laptop is pretty much stuck where it is because I'm milking my laptop to the last minute. So I've had to connect many things to it. So you just kind of have to see a silhouette. Sorry about that.
You know
Well,
what?
it's good to see you.
I kind of have the same issue. My office has no windows or anything. So I found if I get this little, it's just a little desk lamp, but if I position it right, it's blind, but it'll light up your face.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That and makeup tips. Makeup tips are so important right now on how to give yourself some cheekbones and make your lips look fuller.
I think Ken Brownlee has the best idea. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen his desk, but I mean, he's completely decorated his office. He's got his like halo light so he can do great video. Total professional. I don't know where he is right now. I'm sure doing his own makeup, getting himself ready for this.
With a little tissue in his neck.
Yes, yes. His team is around him, getting him all ready.
Ready for his newscast. There you go, Dana.
No, his team is at home drinking coffee.
Oh, look at Jen Lay's in the house too. Hey, Jen, you're on mute. But it's good to see you.
Jen, did you cut your hair?
You're on mute.
Jasmine cut it. My daughter cut it
Your
for me.
daughter did that?
It's super cute.
Oh my gosh. Love it.
It's a quarantine
Your daughter
hair.
cut my hair.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not letting her be around anybody. What I need is Botox if anybody has that.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Jen, I'll do you, you do me. I trust you.
Got it. It's good to see everybody. Hi, Natalie.
Bye.
You guys see, I've got the Gary Keller mug.
Oh, cute.
This was our gift from the region for not losing our mind. Teresa got a mug.
That makes sense.
Deserve more.
That's about it.
Seems like a fair trade-off.
It's like that whole story, like I did this great big thing and all I got was a t-shirt.
Right? Hi, Teresa. How you doing, honey? If you guys want entertainment throughout the meeting that I'm going to start in just a minute, just look in Teresa's background and you'll see little kids doing naughty things that they think they're getting away with the whole time. It's really entertaining.
Yeah. We're knee deep in homework right now. School's in session back there.
I'm just paying my oldest to monitor the homework and make sure it gets done. It's so worth $20 a week for me.
I'm paying my youngest to clean the bathroom for $20 a week. Both bathrooms.
Yes. It's called leverage.
She's doing a good job. Took her 3 hours the first time. I was like, dude, it's never been cleaned that well. That's fabulous.
I'll never forget that lesson when I was a kid and I cleaned for the first time and my mom came in behind me and nitpicked everything I did and said, do it over again, and next time just do it right the first time and you won't be stuck here all day. And still to this day, I like when I'm cleaning, I'm like scrubbing with a toothbrush because I'm like, just do it right the first time.
Oh, that is so me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm only letting them clean their own bathroom. That way, if they don't do a good job, it doesn't really affect me ultimately.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta tell you, I think I won over the teenager this past couple weeks. So we took the 15-year-old's phone away. The punishment did not really fit the crime, but we have loved her not having her phone so much. We're just not giving it back. It's been awesome. She's so sweet. She's loving. I had to work the other day. I came home. She vacuumed. She mopped. She dusted. Didn't even ask for the phone. She's too afraid to. She's just trying to earn it by love. And I'm like, perfect. I'll take this for weeks. For weeks, I'll take this.
Oh, you're so close. Just keep trying a little.
No, she's so sweet. She's engaged. She's hanging out with us, not stuck on her phone in a room. We love it. Yeah, we'll take it.
Mine was nice hanging out with our kids.
I like a couple of my kids. Some of them could go back to school.
Well, I was just wondering how many less children we have in today's world, because everybody's got that one that just pushes every button they have.
So, little fun story. How much time do we have? We have 2 minutes. So my middle child is that child, Dusty. She's just lazy. It's horrible. And I spent 7 hours the other day cleaning her room out, 9 bags of garbage.
Oh.
And she got the smaller room and her little brother got the big room because I'm over it. I said, okay, this is your last chance. Your next room is going to be my closet. You'll get a cot on the floor.
Awesome.
I had that daughter growing up too. Now she has 2 babies. Thank God there was something that got instilled, but I had that child. God, I hated going into her room. I just closed the door.
Have you tried taking a door off the hinges?
No, because then I had to see it. I literally had to see it. I just closed the door.
We used to threaten that.
We did it all the time. When she saw me after she would talk back to me, when she saw me coming with the hammer and the screwdriver, she was like, no, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's exactly what we did, Karen. Like when our kids were little, they would slam a door or be sassy. We'd be like, you will not even have a door. We will take it off the hinges.
Exactly.
Threatened it way too many times. We should have followed through.
Well, then I would have to take her blankets away too, because she'd tack her blankets up so that she still had privacy.
Ingenuity, though. That's good.
Like,
you gotta admire
that
part.
blanket's going away, and the next blanket's going away, and the next blanket's going.
That's awesome.
We
Karen,
did
how's
that
Alan
one
doing?
time. We did that one
Good.
time. That's all it took.
Good. For like 5 days now, we've been walking a mile every morning.
Awesome.
Ooh.
That's really great.
Yep. So he's feeling good. Praise God.
Hey, did you guys all see, I don't know if anybody saw Richard Fritch, he had posted on Facebook, his wife is going through a terrible time. So Everybody had saw that.
Well, she had that heart cath yesterday. I saw his updated, sorry, my phone was ringing. His updated post, and apparently, I guess the catheter went all great and everything. They're trying to make sure that it didn't affect her kidneys. But she came through it really well. That was the last post I saw. Is he on here?
I highly doubt he'll be on.
Yeah.
He might be because he can't be with her at the hospital. She's
right.
diabetes and she's very allergic to a lot of things. So she's always a little sickly. But this has been going on since December. So I don't know what finally was the trigger that wound her up in the hospital, but I can't imagine the amount of stress he has been under for the last few months. And he's such a nice man. So.
Well, he has 3 children too at home that he's taking care of and trying to help. One was, getting on homeschooling and all that stuff now. So I can only imagine too. And he's trying to do business, It's a lot.
So he definitely needs his KW family. Is that hello from Ken Brandon? Is that you, Ken Brownlee?
Of course it is.
Chat.
He's a creep.
Is your makeup not ready yet, Ken? You can't be on camera.
I'm
All
just
right,
glad this
guys.
is being
So how many do
recorded.
we have?
I'm
15
glad it's being recorded for whoever called me a creep. I didn't catch the face. I will replay this
I
later.
called you a creep. This girl.
Hey,
Okay.
Kelly, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the meeting, but I would like us to record this for the people that can't come.
It's recording.
It is recording.
Well, so I got a notification this morning that I had exceeded my cloud recordings.
Okay.
So that means it'll probably stop recording. If anybody on the Kelly, if you know how to do it, do you mind just going into my account and maybe either deleting cloud storage, saving this particular one locally?
I wonder if we can delete some of the older morning meetings we've had.
You can. I've done it before because I get this notification often. Let me, you know what? Let me.
Just delete all the stand-up meetings.
And you can delete Ignite from yesterday. It was just graduation. There wasn't anything anybody needs to go back to or anything. That'll give you 2 hours.
Did you guys drink on Zoom together?
No. But we're going to all get together after all of this and drink in the training room. Way more fun to do it.
Way more fun. Awesome.
You do a family game night.
That's a good idea. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. I actually put on makeup and a normal shirt today. There's Ken.
Ah, hey, Tom.
Stamper this morning.
Tom.
You can smile, Ken Brownlee. Okay. So it felt really strange to actually put on makeup. So I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't feel like myself. I feel like if I'm not in yoga pants.
I didn't do makeup if you needed. I didn't.
I know, right? Me and Jen were already talking about we need to get some Botox in here, but so we'll go ahead and get started. First things first, I just want to thank you guys all for coming. And if you guys can mute, just in case there's background noise, but please feel free to unmute and interrupt anytime because it's going to be really hard for me to keep my energy up alone in a room with no windows. So jump in anytime. Let's just have fun. It's just really nice to see all you guys. Samantha, I'm probably going to have you be in charge of the chat and you could just watch it and then interrupt me anytime someone has something that they need. Cool. Hey, Erin, I forgot this. I did the slides this morning at 5:30. I forgot to put a compliance slide in for you. Can you just interrupt me after I talk about Murray Coleman stuff? And I'd like to just kind of pick your brain on some compliance stuff. Cool?
Yep. I've also got a few things to bring up, so.
Yay, we love compliance.
Yeah.
All right, so, and Teresa, same for you, honey. You just jump in whenever you want. What I'm going to do is I'll probably put it on speaker view. So if you look up in the right corner, you'll see speaker view. If you click that, it lets you see whoever's talking. When someone else starts talking, it puts them as the main screen. The alternative is gallery view, which lets you see everybody's pretty faces. If you guys have a question or anything like that, you can enter it into the chat. You can just interrupt me, or there's the option to raise your hand. And I'm trying to remember how to do that. Can anyone remind me?
I think it's under participants.
Yeah, I think it's in the chat. If
It's
you
in the
or
chat?
if
Okay,
you
so if
click
you open
or
your
if you
chat.
click on participants, the number of participants at the bottom, there's a raise
Act-
hand, mute me, and invite.
It's
Ken's raising his
reaction.
hand.
It's reaction. Go under reaction.
Okay, so if on the far right bottom of your, see a little emoji, little smiley face that says, if you want to raise your hand, clap, thumbs up, all that fun stuff, that's where you'll do it. Samantha will be monitoring for people with their hands raised and chat. Cool. Let's get started. Look how much we've improved since last month, Teresa. Yeah, she's into it. She's into it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see all my fun stuff going on here. All right, so welcome to the April 2020 Agent Partner Meeting. And we are going to start off with hearing from Dusty from FBI Group. And Dusty, I'm going to stop my share so that it can go to you and you can just do whatever you want to do. It's all you.
You're muted.
You're muted though.
Let me see. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we're going to run through this. So I'm hoping that you all know me because you guys are still my #1 office. And I want to tell you, it's so good to see everybody's face. I could really use a few hugs, but can't do that right now, but I love seeing your faces. You guys are keeping us rolling, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. Our 6 guys were a little freaked out a couple weeks ago, but man, we've just been busting it. So a couple things that we want to touch base on the COVID-19 6-foot distancing. If you don't have to attend the inspection, please stay home, you and your client, or come the last 45 minutes and let us do our wrap up with you. We can Zoom, FaceTime, go to meetings if you want to review the findings. Once we've completed the inspection, we'll send it to you. And then all you have to do is let us know that you would like to do a wrap up with your client online, and we'll be happy to make sure that works for you. So just wanted to hit the COVID-19. So again, I'm not seeing any chats. So if there's something that you need, I'll answer it after I'm done. But I am with Florida Building Inspection Group, a residential and commercial inspection company. Our phone numbers are listed at the bottom. We serve 6 counties: Hillsborough, Pinellas, Polk, Pasco, Sarasota, and Manatee. So basically we'll go wherever you go. And I'm just running through this because I don't know how else to do this. So just smile. So we are the one thing that I think that does set us apart, locally owned and operated by a licensed general contractor, Mr. Thomas J. Fry. Yeah, so you can tease him about the J. We have 7 inspectors, 3 admin, and 2 marketers. I just hired somebody for St. Pete, so I'm super excited about that. She'll come on mid-May, and then we'll get rolling. But I like the pictures of our guys. They're never serious. They're all jokesters, and you just get to see a little bit of their personalities when in inspections, but they're all fantastic. We love each other, and we really do work like a family. So I wanted to just share some of our funny pictures with you. And this is admin week. So those of you who have admins out there, please make sure that you're showing them some love and appreciation. I think the actual day is on Wednesday. So these are admin, and you guys all know, top notch. They don't take no for an answer, and they get you whatever you need. So we're very appreciative of the team that we've created here, and thankful that they're all working from home, they're all healthy, and that business is as usual as it possibly can in a virtual world. So wanted to talk to you a little bit about our customer service. Hands down, I tell you this every year, but we do have the best customer service in the entire industry. We have over 800 5-star reviews. I'll leave that there for a second, but you can see a customer actually had somebody else do a home inspection, was not happy with it, and gave us kudos for our thoroughness, professional, excellent communication before, during, and after the inspection. And I know that that's huge for you guys. Sometimes I know that you guys wait for days to get a call back from your inspector. We respond before the end of the day with a phone call to address any comments, questions, or concerns that you might have. So I don't know if you guys are online. Kat, are you online?
I am.
All right. So I thought, how are you?
I'm done with this, I think.
Hang in there, baby. Hang
Oh,
in.
we're doing fine. I've got my mom living with me. She's 86, so I have to be super serious about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You're such a good daughter.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to see if you would start with the testimonies.
Oh, sure. I use Florida building inspection. Tilly's here with me, and there's trespassers going on in the front yard. So, okay, shh. You might hear her bark. Oh God.
You won't.
Shh. All right, she's good. Sorry about that. So I use Florida Building Inspection Group. The number one reason I use them is because I like that Tom is a licensed general contractor. You know, he just didn't go to 60 hours of training to be a home inspector, and he's built houses. He's actually building his own house right now as his own general contractor. And I just feel really good about that because he sees things that I know that others, they just don't have the knowledge or the experience. The inspections are very thorough. I never have a problem with that. But one of the most important things that I like about FBI is they go over, if your clients are, if they're present, or maybe you can have them present on FaceTime, when he's done with the inspection, he will go over his findings. And I really like that because I know that a lot of you have had the same experience that, when your buyers are reading that inspection report, some of the verbiage in there is really scary. It says like end of life expectancy, and all these other kinds of things that can alarm a buyer just by the verbiage. But if they're there and the report is gone over with them and then they receive it, they said, oh yeah, that's what Tom or Maj or whoever was explaining it to them, that's what it was, and it reduces the fear. I just had a contract fall through because the buyer's side, I had the listing, it fell through because their inspector scared them to death on what radon was. They never heard of it. They didn't find one thing in the inspection. The whole radon system was there. We had a reading of 1.9 picocuries, and the whole deal just fell through because of the lack of knowledge of that inspector. So that's really important to me.
Thank you, Kat.
And I also like, when you call for an appointment, it's not, they will accommodate, and there's enough of the inspectors there for it to work for you and for your buyers. So they get my vote.
Thank you, Kat.
You're welcome.
Tony, are you on?
Yes, I am. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good, thanks.
Awesome.
So I just wanted to see if you would say a few words about our partnership.
Yeah, we're going to double the fun. I think I have Kate on standby too. She's on here, so she'll jump in. But yeah, I've known Tom's an old friend, past client of mine many, many years ago. And he was our general contractor at one point. And then he decided to go into the home inspection business. And I think he's done okay for himself. What do you think, Dusty?
Yes, I think he has done okay for himself. And I know that you were instrumental in discussing with him the new path that he's on, being a home inspector. So we thank you for your input as well.
No, sure. Well, yeah, the short story was I was pretty frustrated because the home inspector I was using retired. And I told Tom, I said, why don't you consider that? And a week later, he's like, I'm going to do it. And so we were we started hiring him right off the bat because we had a good relationship. And He does what he says he's going to do. I think he stands by his word. He doesn't freak your clients out by telling them crazy stuff. And, you know, he just does a great job. And having that, like Kat said, having his background is really, really important, I think. And then also the GC background as well. So he's been wonderful for us. And I appreciate all you guys do for us, Dusty and Tom and FBI. And I think Kate was going to mention something if she's on here as well.
Hey guys, yes, I was just gonna say, I mean, it's extremely important to have somebody that, one, keeps the client calm and is educated to walk through the process. I completely agree with Kat on that. And obviously we do a lot of inspections with you guys and we have 0 issues, which thank goodness. I had a client the other day use somebody else who broke several things in the house, and that never goes well and doesn't help with, yeah, palm to forehead at that moment. But yeah, obviously, and even my huge thing too, I don't know if a lot of agents realize this, but even the ability to update the 4-point, I mean, that's really one of my big things, because I do ask for a lot of repairs if it influences the 4-point. So having a clean 4-point makes a huge difference to secure home insurance. And I don't think everyone realizes that FBI, they will take care of this for you. So that's huge.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry, I had the dog run in here. So, and just real quick, Robert, are you on? Okay. So I'm gonna, just a few more minutes, Dana. I appreciate you guys' testimonies. They mean the world to us. You are fantastic and we love working with you. Thank you for your time today. So a couple things that we can do to make it easy. We can put a dashboard on your phone where you can schedule 24 hours, secure a date and time for your inspection, call, email the office, or your inspection, and then it keeps all of your inspection reports on one place. That way you don't have to go through 1,000 emails looking for the inspection report. So it's a really nice tool. If anybody would like that, you can call me afterwards. This is the other thing that they were really excited about. We have a repair request addendum, and I can send this over to you when I'm finished, and you guys can share it out. But what that does is it takes all of the items that actionable items in the summary and recaps it. So all you have to do is click the picture, the comments, and then what I want them to do: replace it, repair it, or have further investigation.
Excuse me, Dusty.
What's that?
This is Kat. I just wanted to say I totally forgot to mention that, and I love that tool. It saves me time, and more time. I love it.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay, honey. Thank you very much. And then there's 2 new things that we want to let you know about. Eye in the sky. So we have a drone now. So the second story roofs are no longer a problem. We can discuss how it's being charged. Basically, if I'm just taking pictures, it's 0. If we're doing video of it and with more in depth, then it starts a charge at $100. So that's something that's new. And then last but not least, we're super excited to talk about the partnership with First American. So they get a complimentary rekey, 6 locks, 4 keys. It's a $75 charge normally, but with our partnership, using us as the inspection company, First American and Stephanie as the home warranty company, you now get that for free. So if you were going to implement, you do need to call Stephanie, and I've included her contact information at the bottom. So that's all I have. Thank you for allowing me to come in and sponsor today, Dana. We love your team, and we look forward to doing business for years to come. And thank you.
Thank you, Dusty. You're awesome.
Thanks, Dusty.
Dusty. I literally was just texting my kids like, hey, when I do the awards, can you guys come like clap behind me? Because my low in this room and hard. All right. Thank you, Dusty. You guys are awesome. I use you guys every time, or I used to when I sold. So highly recommend you guys. You guys are the best. I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. And let's see if this works. I think I'm gonna have to do my PowerPoint this way. I apologize, but it doesn't let me skip through, whatever, blah, blah, blah. All right, so normally this would be the time when we would welcome new associates. That list has been pretty small lately, especially because Pearson VUE isn't even letting people test. I will tell you this, just in case you have anybody who is looking to get into real estate and requires more of an in-class course for the pre-licensing course, or even their 45-hour post-licensing or continuing education. Basically, Keller Williams, Murray Coleman's old partner, has been approved for a 90-day approval from DBPR to offer pre-licensing courses, continuing ed, and post-licensing for brokers as well, for brokers pre-licensing, in case any of you guys are feeling like you want to go get your broker's license, that they can do them via Zoom. So I'm gonna get those details as soon as I can, but I think they're looking to start the first class early next month. So if any of you guys have people that are interested and need more of an interactive type course, because as of right now, you only have the option for in-class or completely remote with no assistance. So reach out to me, have them reach out to me, and if any of you guys are looking for continuing ed or brokers, do the same. So I think that's pretty exciting. And I think if that works out well, that could really open up a lot of opportunity moving forward, because right now they don't have anything like that that exists. They are also working on the program to offer Ignite the same way, virtually via Zoom. Samantha's killing it right now doing Ignite via Zoom, and we may keep it that way, who knows. All these cool new features that we're discovering because of the current environment, they may stick around after things get back to normal, because not all the changes that we've been experiencing are negative. So I hope you guys are finding the same thing in your business. I know that being able to master a virtual listing presentation or buyer consult will only add to the skill set that you have as an agent. So if there are any, I hear a pitter patter at the door, so if kids bust in here, I apologize. But if there are any new associates that this is your first time coming to an agent partner meeting, this is not how we traditionally do it. We love to be in the room together, but basically the format's going to be the same, and we welcome you, and hopefully we'll get to see your face in the training room sooner than later. So I don't have the kindness ambassador thing, and no one's been at the office to fill it with wonderful things. So we're a company of gratitude, and I know we're all going through some tough stuff right now, but I know that there's also still really good things that happen. I'm going to share something sweet that happened to me yesterday. If anybody has any major wins or something that they're grateful for, I'd love you to chime in. After I share mine, I'd love if Tony could share some exciting news that he has that I would consider a huge win for someone on his team. So I don't know if you guys know, I got quite sick last week. We're not positive, but we think it might have been COVID. So I'm just staying away from the office for a few weeks. But I think I had it at family reunion. So I think I was able to beat it a little faster. But I will tell you, it's like nothing I've ever felt before. And I'm taking this thing a whole lot more serious now. So just stay safe and be careful. But long story short, yesterday my doorbell rang, and literally I was like, I'm not answering that. Like, I never answer my door if I tell the kid, pretend you're dead, dogs don't bark, like we're not answering the door. Literally the kid, someone knocked after, and they're like, you got to answer the door, Mom. So I go up, my house is destroyed, I'm in yoga pants, and there's Jim Gaffney from AmeriFirst with a huge bag full of Panera food. And he's like, hey, you know, I know you've been sick and whatever. I tried to call earlier. I just wanted to drop off some food so you don't have to cook. And I just thought it was the sweetest, like, simplest gesture. And I mean, he knew I was sick, so I'm sure he was like, I don't want to be even close to you right now. but I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was one of those sweet things that you're just like, God, we are such a family at this office. And you know, even if we can't be within 6 feet of each other, we still go out of our way to show love for each other. So thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Dana.
What you got to share?
I'm moonlighting as Uber Eats now, so I'm taking orders.
Literally, I was so embarrassed because earlier that day we decided to empty out all our closets, and like now my house is just chaos everywhere. I'm like, I swear I don't live like this.
No worries. Glad to see you feeling better.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, Tony, what you got to share?
Hey, Dana. Yeah, I just want to acknowledge Kate Conroy. For those that know Kate, she's a hustler. She's always working hard for her clients and our team, and takes great care of her clients. And today she's going to be acknowledged in Gary's group, Gary Keller's top agent group, which our team is a part of. She was one of 5 team members selected to be on a panel for that today. That's for that group. And it's going to be in there, on Zoom today for Kate. So I wanted to acknowledge that and say congratulations, Kate. I know you work really hard and your hard work pays off. And I love that she's getting acknowledged. And, when you put the massive scale of how many people could have been selected and she was selected, it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to acknowledge that and say I'm grateful for her and all she does, and of course our entire team. And
Thank you.
this office, well, of course, it's tough right now not seeing everyone every day, but I've been thinking of you all, and keep up the good work. And I think that we'll come out of this way, way better than before, and we'll figure it all out. So have a great day, guys.
Thank you, Tony. And I agree. I think that this is only making us all stronger and better. And I think that the neighborhoods, even when you go out for a walk now, you'll see kids riding around on bikes, neighbors are waving at each other. I literally said last night, I'm like, I feel like it's the 80s again. I was so excited. So for those of you that didn't catch the pre-show, it's Kylene's birthday. And I wanted to share one thing that I just saw on Facebook because they're the cutest 2 I've ever met. Kelly Hildreth, where are you at? Okay, so Kelly, hopefully I can find it again. Yeah, Kelly Hildreth wrote, "Happy birthday to my amazing business partner and friend Kylene. She is the little sister I never wanted and the partner I really needed, all wrapped up in one. Today she's 40 and I will not let her forget it for a minute. Hope you have the best day ever. You deserve it." You guys are adorable.
I get teary thinking about him, but it's truly amazing when you can be in business with people that you truly enjoy. And I feel like that is what's so special about Keller Williams. So thank you very much. And I'll go cry by myself about Kelly. So
mission accomplished. I made Kylene cry on her birthday. We love you, Kylene. I hope you have the best day ever. All right, anyone else have anything they want to share, any major wins or anything they're grateful for?
Yeah, I would like to share if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm grateful that we are still busy. Buyers are out there and they're buying, they're putting contracts on homes. Sellers are still allowing people to view their homes, and they're confident enough to put their house on the market. And we really, are getting through this, I think, in the best way possible. I know it's not fun, it's not comfortable, it's scary. It's distracting with all the information that's flying around. But the reality is most of us are still seeing activity at a reasonably high enough level that, that's something to really be appreciative of, because we could be at a total standstill. We could be told by, people in charge that this is not necessary business and that we need to just shut down. And we could be in a position that a lot of our customers and clients are. So I'm grateful that we're not. So that's it.
Thank you,
I'd like to,
and I totally agree.
I'd like to do a shout out to Destiny. We got on a Zoom call with her as a team because we've been experiencing some very difficult team environment things in command, and she was wonderful. We still have some glitches, and for me, I'm better learning on the go with somebody over my shoulder. rather than going through all the written material and videos and everything else. Because I always have a zillion questions. And so that was a really helpful. Thank you, Destiny.
Aw, you're welcome, Natalie, anytime. And anybody that needs me, I can schedule those Zoom calls and work you guys through it. Thanks, Natalie.
Thank you, Natalie. That gratitude is so appreciated because this poor girl, we kind of threw command on her lap. So thank you.
It's all good. We're all working it out together. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. So, hey, we're going to keep moving on, but I love that you guys all shared that, and maybe we'll keep that in the meeting moving forward. But staying on the whole note of gratitude, Red Day is next month. And we have our ALC meeting tomorrow, and I'm going to talk to the social committee. Well, I don't know if that's the actual name. I think it's culture, because we need to come up with a solid idea. So here is what I tasked you guys with today, if you're interested and want to contribute. So far, I have 2 ideas for how we could help the community and still accomplish Red Day, stay in culture, and still stay safe. And so what I'm asking you is I'm just going to high level present these. I don't have any details and I have no preference, but I would love everybody who has input to shoot me your vote by the end of today or tonight, so that we can kind of just give the social committee an idea to run with tomorrow. I know it's last minute, but I mean, we have about 2.5, 3 weeks to pull this together. So idea number 1 is for hometown heroes, basically. So first responders, nurses, anybody who is essential to the safety of the community. We have access to masks, medical grade masks, that we can get at a highly discounted price through one of our agents who has a connection. And basically it would be kind of like a collection of resources, water, food, like whatever, and go around and distribute to all the areas that are in need. So it's basically just driven towards thanking all the local heroes that are on the front lines dealing with this thing every day for us. So that's one option. Again, I don't really have all the details. Another option. So you know how we do drive-ins and you go, you see the screen, blah, 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 whatever. Well, what about doing a benefit concert as a drive-in? So basically, I have a connection to some people in the music industry and the hospitality industry. And what brought this about is one of my close friends started a bar or opened a bar about 1.5 years ago. It was just getting some traction and this happened. And chances are he's probably going to lose it and all the money he's invested in it. So it's unfortunate. You hate to see that happen. And that's just one story. It's happening to businesses all over our town. So what about if we did a benefit concert to raise money for local businesses? And of course, we can't save everybody, but if we nominate a business from a few different industries, hospitality, I have a friend who's a dog boarding business, those kind of things. And we had musicians come and play, and basically everyone's just in their car distance, but they buy tickets to the show. And we have food trucks, or we're looking into the licensing for being able to, you know how Chili's is doing like to-go drinks. So we're looking into how we could make this a safe but fun kind of social distance concert. So, but that would be driven towards helping local businesses. So those are the 2 virtual ideas I have so far. I'm definitely open to other ideas. We just need to pick something and run with it. So if you guys want to email me any ideas or addition to those ideas or your votes so that I could go to the ALC meeting with something tomorrow. Does that work? No one's against it. Oh, someone, Dusty's just talking about Echo. They don't have anything on the shelves. So yeah, absolutely. In either of those ideas that we just talked about, we could incorporate a food donation. That would be nice and safe, I think. So let's brainstorm it. Just stay in communication with me, email me, so I can go armed to the ALC tomorrow and we'll come up with a plan. Okay? All right, so I'm hoping that everyone is reading next week. I spelled coronavirus wrong. I hope that everybody's reading Next Week at KW. This information was in the last edition of Next Week at KW, so I'm not going to read through all of it, but basically just look in your Gmail, search for Next Week at KW, and this will be somewhere in there. This was sent by Murray Coleman. There's a new COVID-19 in-person access acknowledgement. It basically emulates what we created on our own at the request of Natalie Sweet, so thank you for that. But this one is a Florida approved, so obviously you're going to have a little bit more protection there. So you can get it from Form Simplicity and put it right into the docs. I'm sure Teresa is working on getting it in there, or it's an auto feed. I don't know. But just anyone who's going into a home, vacant or not, vacant land even, it's always best to disclose and CYA. So if I was working with anybody that I was going to be meeting and showing any properties to, I would absolutely have them sign this document, because as Murray closes out his paragraph with, this form could be evidence that the duty has been fulfilled of skill, care, and diligence to the customer. And just with all these uncertain times, we don't have any case law to fall back on, so you just don't want to end up in a courtroom, okay? If anyone has questions about that addendum, reach out to me. It's pretty straightforward. So some reminders. Okay, so Teresa and Sherry are working really hard to try to keep our projecteds on what kind of income we're going to have. Oh, sorry, Karen, I almost skipped you. Let's move back and go to
Karen. To remind you.
And Karen, talk to us about compliance.
Well, first I want to tell you that Richard Fridge is in the meeting right now. So we want to
Richard, we're sending you lots of love.
So anyway.
Thank you.
I don't know how to screen share quickly. So anyway, I'm seeing the same thing with a lot of files, that you are forgetting to do the offers tab and the commissions tab that is across the top of your opportunity screen. And it's the same thing as the old green sheet. We can't move forward with that file without the commissions tab being done. And you can't do the commissions tab until the offer tab is done. So just when you put in your opportunity details, then you move across to documents. Just remember that you have to keep moving over to the right to hit the offers tab and the commissions tab before you submit it for review.
So it's kind of set up just like you would be doing a listing input in the MLS, where you have to move all the way across to the right before you can submit?
Correct.
Okay. Destiny and Kelly, on the next and forum, or whatever you guys are calling it, can you guys maybe, do a little screen share of that process?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be Friday at noon. Anybody that did not get that update, we are moving it from Tuesdays and Thursdays to Fridays at 12.
And I highly encourage you to attend that. They handle that meeting fantastically. I mean, it's great. And if nobody has a question, they bring up issues that they've been hearing during the week, and Kelly and Destiny just do a great job of that. So I highly recommend it. It's Friday at 12, right, Destiny?
Yes, Friday at 12.
Yeah, Sam.
So 2 things on that. It's the same login as the one they're using now. Is that correct? Or is there a different meeting number, Destiny?
I think it's the same. We'll double check on the number, but I think the number is the exact same as last week. The only conflict we ran into was running 2 meetings at the same time, which is partly why we moved it. But
Why we moved it, okay.
Because of that move, it freed up using that same ID. So we'll double check.
Perfect. So we're using that ID unless you let us know otherwise.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. All classes are on the same ID.
Okay.
And then we have one more question from Patrick Keating. He wants to know, how can we get KW to remove limits in dollar fields for the offer tab for bonuses? Does that make sense to one of you guys?
I mean, it might have to be something to request to Keller Williams International, but I think that amongst some of the other requests, they're probably working on those little bugs and fixes.
Okay.
We just have to put it into them.
So Patrick, we'll brainstorm that and make sure it gets to the right person for a request. Thank you.
Also, you just have to fill out the bare minimum on the offers tab and on the commissions tab. If the commissions tab comes out differently than your green sheet does, don't worry about it, because Sherry creates your DA off of the green sheet. If it does match, that's great, but there are some glitches in that, so just know that that's why we're asking for the green sheet change form be in your documents so that Sherry can take the correct figures off of that. And one last thing is that there is a new, it's not so new now, but it's been out a couple months, seller's property disclosure that is now only 4 pages instead of 5. It does not have that 5th page for changes that have been made. So please, with your next listing, start using that new form. If there are changes that are made after that is filled out, there is an addendum to the seller's property disclosure that you would use to add anything. Like if they put on a new roof after it was listed, that's what you would add it to. So please start using that new one with your next listings. And I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Miss Karen.
You're welcome.
Awesome. All right, so some reminders. If you guys have any contracts that you took this month and maybe you don't have the paperwork in, or maybe the closing date got pushed to next month, whatever the status is, we call these projecteds. This is what we base our numbers on. And right now it's just kind of all over the place because obviously a lot of things are getting pushed off. So if you guys have a contract that something's changed, it's not going to close or whatever, if you could just shoot Teresa or Sherry an email just with an update, it will save them having to call you. So if they don't hear from you, then you will be getting a call from the office just looking for a, hey, where is this file at? Are they going to close this month? Should we count it in our numbers and all that fun stuff? Okay. Breakthrough is not going to happen today. Breakthrough coaching, obviously, because agent partner meeting, but I just wanted to remind everybody. Commission checks, we were filing them in your mailboxes at the office. We've decided for everyone's safety and just to limit the traffic through the office and to really just expedite you getting your check, we're just going to mail them. So Teresa, I'm taking 2 weeks off from the office, but Teresa and Sherry are picking up mail daily. We're getting FedEx packages, and I'm signing checks and putting them right in the mail. So you should be good there. If anyone has major issues with that, we started doing that, I think, Friday. So anything before Friday that we would have had will probably be in your mailbox at the office. Just a friendly reminder, one of our agents ran into an interesting situation where she was doing care calls with her database, and something had happened with one of her people, and you know, she was kind of caught off guard. She said, oh my gosh, that's crazy, I didn't know. And the person said something along the lines of, oh, well, you know, you commented on it on Facebook. And it was one of those like, oh, sorry, forgot about that. So she called me and just kind of gave a friendly reminder, if you're going to be calling your database, maybe check out their page on Facebook really quick before you call, just so that you don't get caught in a situation embarrassing like that. Because you know how sometimes we fly through Facebook and just like, or say congrats or this and that, but we're not really acknowledging what we're seeing. So just to avoid any embarrassment as you're calling your database for their care calls. All right, moving on. I've been hearing a lot about Keller offers and all of our agents wanting to get certified in it. So they are actually discounting the price. They have new classes coming out in May, but the discounts are already there. So they sent me this flyer, really no pertinent information on there. But just to tell you, Keller Offers is basically our iBuyer program through Keller Williams. And Tampa is one of the current test markets for it. We have about 10 to 12 agents that have already become certified. Eventually, this is going to become a referral program where you can actually get referrals from it. I see that 2 people have raised their hands. Samantha, if you could let me know who. And basically, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Okay, to register for Keller Offers, you just have to go to the website that's on the screen right now, the app.kelleroffers.com/sign up. If you guys don't have a way to write that down, just text me, I'll shoot it over to you. Basically,
Can the raise hand people put that in the chat, please? Just because I'm not the moderator, so I don't have access to the raised hands.
Gotcha. Thank you, Sam. So yeah, it's a great program and it's just extra arsenal so that when you're talking someone and they're like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go with OfferPad. You say, hey, well, why don't we work with Keller Offers? I'm certified, I can do this for you, and we already have rapport. So,
Hey, Dana.
yeah.
It's Jen. I just want to say, so I did my certification the week that we all, like March 14th or something, when all this started. And that's also around the same time that Keller Offers and Zillow Offers pulled all of their offers. Like they canceled all their offers across the board. I did one post and had 2 virtual listing appointments and with people that were with OfferPad that got canceled. And then I showed them what Keller Offers could do, but I ended up listing them because they were going to net more money. So it's a really great way to get your foot in the door. And even with FSBOs, if you come from contribution and say, hey, did you have an offer with OfferPad or Zillow Offers that that they pulled, you know, I'd love to help you through that, and it worked.
Thanks, Jen. I see you muted yourself. I think it's because for some reason there was a delay in your, but basically to summarize what she was saying, hopefully mine's not delayed too. She was talking about how it gave her some added way to kind of flip the conversation and a way to approach FSBOs as well. So I completely agree. I think everyone should get certified in this because what's the best way to overcome your enemies is to understand them, right? So you might as well learn the iBuyer program in and out, which this training will allow you to do. Also, once we all are able to be in the Market Center again, I want to bring Keller Offers into the Market Center to teach us scripts and the best practices with how to sell Keller Offers and or flip it to a listing. Okay, so thank you, Jen. And I didn't realize you got certified. That's awesome. Yes, Sam.
Quick question. Natalie Sweet has a question.
Mm-hmm.
She raised her hand.
Okay, Natalie, what's up?
I don't have a question. Thank you, though.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I guess I didn't think I raised my hand, but I may have by mistake.
No worries.
Well, that's okay. Good to talk to you. I did see where I can see the raised hands now, just as an FYI.
Oh, cool. Okay, good. Yeah, there's too much happening on my screen. I can't see. Just to finish up on Keller Offers. So some of the reasons: negotiating opportunities, no showings, no contingencies, control over the closing date, and to stay in the equation. The industry's changing. We all just have to get on board with that. And the ones that don't will be left behind. So this is a great resource, and it's Keller, so you know it's going to be better than the other programs that are out there. Okay, really quick, and I don't want to beat the drum on this too much, but as market shifts and things happen like that, people tend to flock to teams, which are great. I love teams. I support our teams. We have some of the best in the area. But I also want to protect our staff and our agents. So I think some things have kind of gone off the rails a little bit with people joining teams, leaving teams, and I just don't want it to become a retention issue for the Market Center, because there's no reason just because someone goes off a team that they should leave the Market Center. We all play great in the sandbox together, and sometimes relationships don't work out, but that doesn't mean that anyone has to feel uncomfortable or leave. So in order to just be proactive about it, Teresa and I want to put a policy in place that anyone who joins the Market Center and is coming right in to join a team, I'm totally good with it. I just ask that the new agent or transferring agent, whatever, sits with Teresa, myself, and the Rainmaker, just to have a clear conversation about expectations, what happens if there's a breakup, what the exit strategy looks like, to make sure that expectations on both ends are met correctly. So I'm going to be putting this verbiage in next week at KW as well, so you don't have to worry about reading it all now. And any of the Rainmakers who have any questions or concerns, please come to me. I'm very pro team. I think teams are a very powerful way to grow your business and to help agents who might not make it on their own, and to give other people who have different schedules an opportunity to have a huge life of abundance, but it does need to be a well-oiled machine. We've just lost too many people lately that shouldn't have left the brokerage. There was no reason to. So if I can have everybody's support on this, just if you're an existing agent with the Market Center and want to join a team, no problem whatsoever for me. You just need to sit with Teresa, myself, and the potential rainmaker, so we can just have a really high-level discussion about what it looks like. Okay. So again, that'll be in next week at KW, and just in the interest of time, I won't go over the responsibilities of the rainmaker. I'll put that in next week at KW. But that's the existing policy that already is in place. We're just adding a few different elements to it, okay? What we got down here? Let's see. Oh, agent stimulus package. So a few weeks ago, I sent this out, or Teresa and I sent this out. Basically just, you know, as soon as these kind of crises come up, our initial way is how do we offer reprieve? I'm pretty sure all of you saw this. It was in next week at KW and in its own initial email. The only reason I'm showing it now is to really just the people that don't check their email regularly, please reference your Gmail, search for agent stimulus package, because it's going to benefit you in your E&O. You get 2 options how to pay now. Your monthly office bill is going down. I think it's $32 now. Teresa, you can weigh in if I'm wrong. And office rent is going to be immediately reduced for people who rent office space at the office by 25%, and we are putting that into effect for 90 days. Kevin Chadwick is working on negotiating with the landlord to see if we can get that reduction even bigger, okay? Okay, so some upcoming events. So our virtual calendar comes out in next week at KW, and it's also on the intranet. Any changes, Kelly has been really good about texting out daily, but also what we've been sending out daily is the awesome training that is coming from Keller Williams International. And it's just, I just want to show you guys. So when you get this email from Kelly and it has these classes like this and there's no link to click or anything like that, I've had some people reach out to me and say, hey, how do I access this? So I just want to show you. If you go to kwconnect.com, it's going to take you right to this page that says pivot, shift ahead. You'll have to log into your KW, but literally it's just a live feed. And every day you see how it has the whole week. So every Monday it sets out the whole week. So today's Tuesday, and literally I can just click on this. It won't let me click it till noon, but these are all free. And here's the cool part. These are all bold coaches, maps coaches. I mean, this class at 1 o'clock today, Linda McKissick, she is like the profit share queen in Keller Williams. She actually runs realestateexpress.com. I mean, these are superstars. Jessica Starr came to one of our MREA classes last year. Jay Papazan is amazing. So don't miss out. You don't have to attend everything. I know it can seem very overwhelming, but I typically pick 1 or 2 a week that I'm like, wow, that's a rock star and I get to see them for free. These people are super entertaining. The video quality is amazing. So the more we utilize these, the more they'll keep them going once life gets back to normal, right? So we don't want to see all these resources away because people aren't using them. So check it out, and you know, it'll break up the boredom of quarantine. Okay. Oh, I'm taking Tony out because this was, I'm sorry, I did these notes at like 5:30 this morning. Some new weekly or monthly resources that we have coming up. So the Command Forum, we kind of talked about that a little earlier. Every Friday at noon, our little dynamic duo, Destiny and Kelly, basically just have a Zoom call that's just an open forum where you can come and be like, look, this glitch is happening in Command. I don't know what to do, blah, 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 blah. So, so check it out, and you know, don't let your frustrations take over. Even if you just put it on in the background in case there's any tidbits, it sounds like they're doing a really good job. The feedback I've gotten is amazing. So please let them be your resource for Command. I don't want anybody to suffer in silence and get frustrated. It's an amazing program, but new programs are glitchy. Even yesterday, I had to call Karen because I was trying to find a file for Whitney Carney, and I literally couldn't find it. And so I thought, of course, oh, I just don't know what I'm doing. But it turns out Karen couldn't find it either, and it was just a glitch. So rather than, both of us wasting our entire afternoon trying to figure out what we did wrong, we realized, okay, it's just a glitch, and we'll just send in a question to KWRI. So come to the command forum, let them be your guide through command. We're kind of doing the same thing for vendors. So we have a multitude of vendors that love to get in front of you guys from various industries, and we just kind of want them to be a resource for Q&A. So once a month, all of our vendors are going to be welcome. I'm not sure how Kelly's structuring it. Kelly, can you advise us on how you're going to break up the vendors? Is it just like 5 vendors a month or something?
We only had 6 vendors to join, so I figured we just all do them. If we have the lender one that's going to happen every 2 weeks, and then we've got the all-in-one vendors that's going to happen once a month.
Okay, so basically it's just going to be a place for you to go, and there might be a home inspector on there, there might be a home warranty, and you can say, hey, my question's for home inspection. What do I do if blah, blah, blah? Okay, so it's just kind of like a mega mind share, but for our vendors. Same thing's going to happen with the lenders. Thank you, Jen, for your great idea on that, Jen Martinez. All of our lenders get together every 2 weeks because there's so many changes and chaos in the mortgage industry right now. It's really important that we rely on our in-house affiliates to keep informed. Because it's just going to give you more power with your clients, right? So every 2 weeks, can you tell me what day and time you guys decided on for that?
I think the next one's next Tuesday, right, Kelly?
Yes, the vendor one is, the next one is the 28th at 1. I haven't scheduled anything for the open forum. It's going to be in May though.
Okay.
That's for the lenders next Tuesday?
Yes, the lenders is Tuesday from 1. That'll be Rich, Jennifer, and Jim.
Sweet. No, Tom, you're not jumping in on that one? I saw Tom on here earlier. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let Jen run with it.
All right, so Bold. So here's the thing, guys. I know everybody's probably like, oh my God, Bold again. But this is different. They are doing Bold live stream for $99 now. If you can scrounge together $99, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Bold is typically $800. And this is going to be not just one coach. This is going to be like 50 different coaches weighing in. So that's tons of personalities to fall in love with. It's going to be a 4-week program, 2 hours. I can't see my whole screen, 2 hours, 2 days a week or something like that. It's open to everybody. It begins May 5th. I know right now thinking about committing to a class and finding $100 might be difficult for some, but if you can do it, this will be such an investment in your future. Bold was rewritten about a year ago, and it's now Bold 2.0, and it looks like they've added in some new elements called Bold Pivot. Tony Baroni could probably weigh in on that because they probably called him. But I have to tell you, I was so impressed with Bold this last time. They took out all the things that I thought were antiquated, and it is just an amazing program. And this is going to be that little kick in the hiney that you need to get out of our quarantine funk and get back into business, because what you do right now is going to determine how 2020 looks for you. Because think about this, guys, everything that you do now is going to pay off 60 to 90 days from now, right? So 60 to 90 days from now, it's April, May, June, July. So that's going to lead us right into August. Well, for anyone who's been in the industry for more than a year knows that August in this area typically slows down a little bit because people are going back to school. Now, that could be different this year, we don't know. But then we go into September, October, November, where again, it's typically a little bit of the slower time. So you need to get your momentum now because you need to have business going during those naturally slower times. Does that make sense? Because I don't want it to be December by the time you guys start seeing any return and 2020 was basically wasted, right? So Bold Pivot, $99. If you want to attend and you just cannot find $99, please reach out to me privately. I'm sure that we can figure something out, okay? I don't want anybody to not go to this because they can't find $99. Did I beat you over the head enough with that? Good, now it's turn. All you, T.
Hey, all right. So I haven't seen much of a slowdown from you guys, to be honest. So great job out there. Our goals versus actual, we are still knocking it out of the park. And yeah, I got the lore report for the county yesterday, and we are outperforming the market yet again. So definitely take your business to the next level and try to do that bold pivot as well. Tony had one more class that wasn't on our slide, Dana, the shifting with the mega, the region does every Wednesday for our entire region. He's actually going to get interviewed tomorrow. So way to go, Baroni team.
Wait, is that the one for the top 150?
That's for the entire region.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll send out a text message about that then. Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be great. Being here for the first shift gives me a lot of insight into what that felt like, and we are definitely not performing at all like we did in our first shift. We are continuing to grow. We're continuing to get listings and sell our own listings, which is awesome. So we are right on the average of where we need to be for our goals versus actual as a market center. You guys continue to just amaze us. We have not felt a slowdown at all. Way to go. Back to you.
I just got your text, Tony. I'm sorry. Yeah, we will absolutely call them all, text us out the information about Tony's class tomorrow, because first of all, we have to support Tony. And secondly, he knows our market. You know, why listen to a professional from Georgia or Kentucky? Tony's right here. So let's all get on that and watch tomorrow. It's from noon to 1. So watch for a text from Kelly with the details on that. Way to go, Tony. That's awesome. So Miss Jen Lay took it upon herself to make a fun little video from some of our ALC. She worked very hard on it, and so I'm going to play it. She just basically wanted a way for everybody to be able to feel the love from all of us, and for some of our top agents to say hi. I have not watched it yet, so we're all in this together. Oh no, can I get to it? Hold on. Maybe, oh, I hate how the screen, I'm so sorry, but I hate how on the top, the thing drops down. I think this is it. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you can hear it.
It's pretty hard to hear.
You can't hear
Everybody
it.
can hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear it at all.
Yeah, I wonder if it's something that we can maybe share on Facebook.
Yeah, I can share it. Could you guys hear mine?
Barely.
Nothing. You can hear
No.
mine.
I hear
Oh.
Jen a teeny bit.
Really? Okay, well, I won't.
Look at that facial hair.
Should I stop it? No one can hear?
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody can hear it.
Correct.
Oops. So apparently you can't hear it if I'm doing the screen share that way. So what we're going to do is, because that was already. I'm going to email that out to everybody through MailChimp in a few minutes. It'll just be a link to YouTube. And we can thank Jen and all her hard work and our ALC for putting that together for you guys, okay? Sorry I couldn't hear. I got to figure out how to do that.
Garth shared the link if anybody wants to go watch it later.
Oh, did you just share the link in chat?
It's in the chat. Mm-hmm.
You are so smart, Destiny. All right.
Garth, but thanks.
You're smart too, but yeah, that was Garth's one.
He's super smart too. All right, guys, we're gonna do some awards. So we still have people getting awards. It's still happening. First, we're gonna start with our home run award, which is listing, wrote a contract, and the closing all in 1 month. Look at all these shining faces. Way to go, guys. And you can also mute, you can cheer and be happy and all that stuff.
Woohoo!
Sorry, I saw someone with a missing face or a missing picture. So we should have like a hollowed out witness protection looking picture that we put in when someone doesn't have a pic. This will go on Facebook later today, guys, okay? We have a grand slam, which means you also brought in a recruit. The infamous Ken Brownlee is the only one this month with that. I think we need to get a new picture for you.
Oh, Ken. Yeah, Ken. That's his brother.
I do love that picture though. All right, so cappers, Joe Alvarez, Nicole Anicelli, April Heinrich, Jason and Mindy McCabe, and Tammy Sidwell all capped in March. Way to go, guys. Woo! First listing, we have Liz DeJesus, Jim Bishop, and then first closings, we had quite a few. I'm not gonna go through and read all the names, but way to go, guys, on getting on the board. I'm proud of all of you. That's awesome. Some new names on there. Woo! Our rookies of the month are looking a little low. Luann, is it Bartlett? It's cut off on my
Barnett.
Barnett.
I knew it was something like that. Way to go, honey.
Oh, Luann Barnett. Yeah.
Right? That's a good listing price too. All right, top agents of the month. We've got Stephanie McElroy as single agent in third, Steve Moran in second, and Lana Kelly in first place. Way to go. For teams, we've got the Alvarez team in third, Green team in second, and Cat White in first place. Woo! Groups, we have third place, the Sweet team, second place, the Chatterton group, and in first place, the Tony Baroni team. Woo!
Awesome stuff.
Go. Killing it. Even a pandemic can't slow you guys down. All right, top agents of the month, written volume, Donna Walker in third place, Lana Kelly in second place, and Corey Forsett with 3 million.
Yeah.
Way to go. Teams, we've got third place, the Green team, second place, the Birthday Girl and Kelly group. First place, we got the Alvarez team. For groups, written volume, third place, we got the Brownlee team, second place, Chatterton group. First place, Tony Baroni. Look at that number. That's huge. And close volume for single agent. Way to go, Chris Wheat, third place. Second place, Stephanie McElroy. First place, Steve Moran. And in teams, kind of the same breakdown as the others, all the other slides. Green team in third. Second place, Kylie and Kelly group. And in first place, the Alvarez team. Third, or for groups, third place, Sweet team, Brownlee team, and the Tony Baroni team. Way to go, guys. It's awesome that even in the crisis, you guys are still killing it. Those are huge numbers, and we're still having a great month because of you guys. Keeping the brokerage alive, guys. While other brokerages have closed their doors and literally say they're closed, like Coldwell Banker in Brandon, we're doing these kind of numbers. It's just crazy. All right, so the highest sales price of the month is Steve Moran with $2,150,000. For the best value of the month, Roberta Blanchard, $25,501. For the longest list to close award, Shelton Keeley team, $829.
Wow.
That's called commitment right there. Holy cow. All right, so for our top 30, we got some new faces on there. It looks like we have some of the updated photos on there. This will go on Facebook later, guys, so that you can share it on your page, but way to go for your top 30. And that's measured on GCI, which means that this is actual people putting money in the bank, not just what commissions they're charging. All right, so for our rankings, we are still number 3 in the North Florida region. I think the only 2 ahead of us are the other Chadwick offices, St. Pete and South Tampa, if I'm not mistaken. 3 in Florida, and we're number 16 in the nation. So we're almost back in that top 15 range that we like to stay, but we really want to get to that number 1. Given the expenses that Teresa and I just cut out of our P&L, I expect that we will be back to number 1 very, very soon. Because if you're not bringing in the profits, all you got to do is cut your expenses, right? You can still be a profitable business. Our profit share for the month of March was $43,527, and I think 80 cents. I can't see what's behind the 8. Agents participating in profit share within the brokerage is only 33%, meaning that only 18% of our agent population took from that 43. Ooh, and today's the 21st. Today's profit share day. Woo! Meaning I'm going to check out after this. Our profit share. Wow, that's doing good for March with a pandemic. So our goal every year is to get that up to 1 million. And last year we were just shy of it. So we'll do it this year. All right. Does anyone have any buyer wants or needs that they can share? I'd say put it in the chat if you'd like to speak, and we'll just call on you in the order of the chat. I think we'll limit it to probably 5 so that people don't fall asleep on this Zoom call. I think I'll stop sharing too, right? Yeah, I'll stop sharing. So, because I like seeing your guys' faces better. All right, let me look at the chat. And I'm so sorry that video didn't play. I thought it was going to be so much more dramatic. Okay, let's see. Garth talking about Soul Sisters. Here we go. Okay,
Tony wants to share a list.
Tony Brony to share a listing.
Hey guys, we have one in Fishhawk Ranch. It just got listed about 10 days ago, and it is a 3,700 square foot, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's got a really awesome hot tub. It's a Hyde Park builder home, so it's very upgraded. It was a former model home, and it's $559,900. And it's right on Churchside Drive, so you can walk to Fishhawk Elementary, ride your bike to middle school, Randall, and be able to walk to Park Square and Aquatic Center. So would love to get some activity on that one. And we have awesome videos, so if anyone's interested, just send me a message and I'll get the video over to you. And I don't have the address right in front of me. It's on Churchside Drive. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Tony. Natalie, what you got?
I have one coming up in Walden Lake. It's listed. I had to wait for photos because it got rained out on Saturday. So it'll go live on Thursday. It's a 3-2. It's about just a little shy of 1,700 pool spa. It has a pond view. It's right on the walking path pretty much. And so it's a great listing at only $245.
Awesome, thank you. Let's see who else.
Oh, and it's vacant.
Oh, thank Lewis. I think Lewis just put the address for Tony's listing. It's vacant, Natalie. Thank you. Anyone else want to share? Okay, if not, I'm going to move on and let our affiliates speak. Hold on. Okay. Hey, I'll start with Jen Martinez. Do you have anything you want to share with the group, Ed?
Hi, everybody. It's so good to see your faces. Yeah, just wanted to, just reiterate the narrative. We have had, I think we've had 6 contracts come in the last 2 days. So the market is still super hot. So what are you saying to your buyers? Are you saying, the world's ending and that there's doom and gloom? Or are you talking about the fact that rates are at an all-time low and people are motivated right now? So get out there, just as my coach likes to tell me every day, there's a 90-day echo in life. So whatever you're doing right now is what's going to be in your pipeline in 90 days. So make sure to be out there and be hustling, because there are very, very motivated buyers out there right now.
Awesome. Jen, do you have anything to share with the team?
Yes, I want to say for those people who had ordered the Keep Going shirts to raise money for Joannie, they're in. I'm distributing them as quickly as I can. I'm dropping a couple off in mailboxes. I'm doing a couple house calls, so be patient. I'm getting those to you as quickly as possible. We did deliver a check to Joannie and her family and some shirts, and they were very excited. So thank you, everybody, for donating. to that. We appreciate it. And thank you, Lynn Davis, for the real eggs from your chicken coop. I appreciate that when I came by. That was awesome. And then just on top of what Jen said, it's just there's so many things right now that are going good. And but there's also a lot to know as a realtor, what's taking place with home buyers, what's taking place with the market, with interest rates. So too much to talk about on this call, but definitely tune in for that vendor call with Jen and Rich and myself. We could go into more detail about what your buyers are experiencing, because there are a lot of changes that you need to know about specific to programs and qualifying criteria and so forth. So just a reminder to tune in when that call takes place. So keep alert to the calendars, and we hope to see you there.
Awesome, thank you. Rich, I don't think Rich or Supreme is on the call, correct? Okay, any other affiliates on the call that want to say anything? No? Last call for just anything that agents need to share. Specifically, does anyone know of any agents that are sick or need anything we need to know about? Any crisis going on for anyone that we've missed? Just want to check in, make sure. Okay, cool. Well, guys.
Hey, Dana, I want to say something. My life hasn't changed because I've always worked from home, but our staff is running to the office, to the post office, to Walgreens for Federal Express deliveries. Every one of them, Kelly, Ashley is running to Plant City. All of them are going above and beyond anything I've ever seen in a real estate office to keep its doors open figuratively, and to make sure that everybody's getting paid. I mean, I'm just so impressed. So they all need a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I love you too, Karen.
Brenda, did you raise your hand, sweetheart? Or are you just saying hi?
I just was clapping.
Oh, okay. It looks like it's
guys.
Yeah, I do have to agree. Our staff has been put through the ringer, and they are all so resilient. There's been, you can tell, like when, like I've said to everybody, it's like the stages of grief. At first, everybody was just in shock, like rushing to the problem, like, hey, no, everything's gonna be fine. We're good. We got this. And then came like the reality, the acceptance, the frustration, the tears. I called Teresa a couple times saying it was going to be a murder-suicide at my house. We all made it through, and now I feel like a well-oiled machine. So you guys, I know you're all going through the same thing. Please lean on us. Don't break before you reach out. Even if it's just to say, hey, Dana, let's get on Zoom and have a glass of wine together. I will always be down for that. All right, so I'm going to wrap up the meeting, but I will say one final thing. I have been fielding a ton of calls lately that are all in regards to the same thing. Buyer or seller trying to get out of a contract based on COVID. So don't fall for it. It's not force majeure. If they've gotten through all the contingencies, there's really nothing but threatening litigation. I've made threatening calls. I'm about to make another one. So got you, Jen. But just know that it's kind of common. So we kind of have our verbiage down pat now. Oh yeah, Brenda, I'll talk about that too. We kind of have our verbiage down pat. So get Murray and myself involved. Don't let your deal fall apart because of someone getting cold feet. Okay, that's not a reason to get out of a contract. And final, and then I swear you guys can go. Brenda McLaughlin came up with a great idea. Basically, she got some signage made, and I believe she used Signs by Minio. I'll let her give you the details. But basically, it's just a fun little joke saying this too shall pass, and the two is toilet paper rolls. And then on the back, it says, we're all in this together. And she's taking that, and they're just little lawn signs. And she's taking them around and putting them in her clients' yards and things with their permission. And we thought, what a cool idea would it be if all our agents did this and we just showed a sign of support and strength by just littering the place with KW supportive signage. Signs by Minio was doing them for what, $10 a sign, Brenda? Yeah, $10 a sign. Go ahead if you'd like to speak. Come off mute.
So yes, they're $10 for the KW agents. And yes, I did have a couple of customers that said, that's great and we appreciate it, but our HOA probably would prohibit us to have a sign in our yard. I went ahead, my HOA prohibits that as well, and I put it in my yard just kind of as a test to see how long it might be until somebody might say something. But I've only had really great response from it so far. So the back side of it says, we're all in this together. I write a message on it to my customers, and then it says, this is for you to keep in your yard as long as you'd like. Share it with a neighbor or friend when you feel like they might need some uplifting. So if you have any questions, you can just call Signs by Minio if you want to order them. If you have any other questions, concerns, let me know.
Thanks for sharing your idea, Brenda. I think that it's an awesome statement that we can all make together, just showing our support for our city. So awesome, guys. If no one has anything else, I will say thank you and wish you all a happy Tuesday, and I miss you guys.
Look at all those waves.
I love that part.
I know, that was
Happy
good.
birthday, Carlene.
Bye, guys.
And happy birthday, Abby, if you're on here.
Oh, I know, it was her birthday too.
Everybody. Man, it's fun to watch all these people just leave.